I'm going to bless you because of that. Because I recently took a trip and I sat in the airport talking to my wife about, we're watching these people go off on the agents. How did you get to that point in life and nobody's ever taught you that you're better off with hunting? You're asking those folks to do something for you and you're screaming at them. Right. I understand the frustration. I'm not a good traveler either. Mr. Birchfield, it looks like, your attorney's in now.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, counsel. Do you need a breakout with the prosecutor or with Mr. Birchfield? We're ready to go.
We're ready to go, Your Honor.
All right, put your appearance on record and tell me what we're doing.
Todd Helleman on behalf of Mr. Birchfield. If Mr. Birchfield is with us as well.
Good morning, gentlemen. What do we got today, counsel? What are we doing?
I'm waiting for Mr. Mena, I believe.
Okay. Well, you can just tell me what the agreement is.
We agreed
I trust you.
We agreed to a 771-1 3-month suspension of the misdemeanor charge of entering the unauthorized area and payment of the fine.
Okay, so straight up plea. Plea to the original charge, 3-month delayed sentence.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Birchfield, have you discussed with your attorney your rights and options?
Yes, I have.
You understand those rights and options?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
All right, and have you discussed the possible penalty for this charge today?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
And you understand that as well?
I do understand, yes, sir.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading to this charge freely and voluntarily, pleading guilty?
Yes, I am, Your Honor. I'm pleading guilty.
All right. So on March 15, 2024, you were at Detroit Metro Airport, correct?
Correct.
All right. And what rule was violated, sir?
I hit one of the bars on the door, set off the alarm, and kind of stepped inside the door there.
Okay.
Kind of a misunderstanding with Delta and I.
Yeah. All right. So you went somewhere you weren't supposed to be. It's fair to say?
Yes, sir.
All right. You attorney type satisfied with the factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'll accept the plea. What should I know about Mr. Birchfield before I set the terms of sentence?
Well, Mr. Birchfield had a long night that night. Red-eye flight from Phoenix, was told he could make the connection about 20 minutes away, gate to gate, ran to the next gate. Plane was there, wanted to make that connection, made the mistake of pushing the door, but went down, was told his seat was not available. He wasn't belligerent. He's a good Christian man. In fact, he and I are in the same LinkedIn Christian professionals group, so it was interesting to connect that way with him. He travels a lot. This is very important to him that he's adheres to the rules and such, so he clearly isn't going to do this again. Doesn't want to jeopardize his travel status and such. Mr. Mena and I have discussed the matter, worked it out where we think it will resolve this way. Mr. Birchfield's aware of that he would never do this again. It's a mistake one time. He has no prior record of anything like that. Good family man, and look forward to just putting this behind him.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Birchfield, who do you work for? What do you do?
I actually work for a company. We manufacture patio furniture. Okay. And so we sell, I was actually coming back from a depot event that was out in Las Vegas. So I travel quite extensively, domestically and internationally.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to consider, sir, before I set the terms of sentence?
Your Honor, go ahead, Mark.
No, just a stupid moment. Was hoping to kind of catch the flight. You know, I thought Delta kind of knew I was coming, and they, weren't there. So I thought maybe they were just standing inside the door. So stupid moment on my part.
Yeah. And let me guess, you did not make the flight.
Correct, but I made the next flight, but I did not make that flight. It was a red eye. It was at like 6:30 in the morning, running gate to gate. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Holman. Did you have something else?
Just that, Mr. Birchfield wasn't belligerent. He accepted that what it was, and he actually got upgraded on the next flight and was thanked by Delta for being a good customer.
All right, I'm gonna bless you because of that. Because I recently took a trip and I sat in the airport talking to my wife about, we're watching these people go off on the agents. And we were having the conversation. It's like, how did you get to that point in life and nobody's ever taught you that you're better off with honey?
Right.
You're asking those folks to do something for you and you're screaming at them. And I understand the frustration. I'm not a good traveler either. So I understand, a lot of people are nervous and they're not at their best when they travel, but it's like, damn, that's just basic common sense, right?
Right.
I'm asking you to help me save a bad situation and I'm calling you names. So for that, your fines cost or your court costs total $145. Can you pay that?
Yes, sir.
Within 5 days, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. And thanks for setting a good example for folks. I'm going to tell you this. You travel a lot. I'm going to share this with you because it doesn't look like we got much going on right now. So the trip we took, we were traveling with friends of my wife's. They've been friends of my wife since high school. And they travel a lot. And Scott, the husband, is an absolute genius. And he's just one of those guys. He can't go in and sit down at a restaurant without making friends with everybody, that's around him. He's just that guy. So he watches and he buys those individually wrapped Dove chocolates when they're on sale. So they're like $5 a bag. He walks up, he's got this little spiel and it's completely sincere. Okay. He walks up to the ticket agent when he gets to the airport and he hands him or her the bag of candy. And he says, look, I know you guys get nothing but complaints. Nobody ever tells you thanks for the work you do. Just share this with the folks you're working with tonight and let them know that you're appreciated. You'd think he was handing them $100 bills.
Right.
So the last time we flew with this couple, we were separated by like 10 rows on the plane. We haven't even taxied out yet. And the flight attendant comes up to me and says, are you friends of Scott's? I'm like, what? Row 32, are you friends of Scott? I'm like, yes, we're friends of Scott. Anything you need? I'm like, no, we're fine. She said, no, anything at all. You need a drink before we get, I can get you something right now before we get this. I'm like, no, we're fine, but thank you very much. That's the kind of service this guy gets for a $5 bag of chocolate. Right. Absolute genius. And if he's got connecting flights and he doesn't want to carry that many bags of chocolate, he gives him a $5 Starbucks gift card. Gets the same results.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I've done that as well.
To be appreciated. And it ain't about the $5 bag of chocolate, is it?
No, it's just about being kind. You don't need people giving them.
I think it's absolute genius. Absolute genius.
Right.
Yep. All right. Made me feel good for sharing that. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. And that was a double parking plea?
Correct.
And you have authority?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what was the fines and costs agreed?
$250.
350?
250.
All right. And can we do that in 5 days?
Yes, sir.
Done. Original charge is dismissed. Thank you, counsel. Enjoy your day. Good morning, Mr. McGrath.
Mr. McGrath, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
All right. Mr. McGrath, can you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Daniel Patrick McGrath, Your Honor.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for an arraignment. We waive formal reading and stand mute. We've also had a chance to pre-try this case, Your Honor. Mr. McGrath's charged with a 2018 case of abandoned luggage. We've agreed upon an executed plea agreement where he's going to plead responsible to double parking. Also, as the judge may notice, Mr. McGrath is presently in custody, has been in custody for approximately 100 days. His release date will be June 18th. We're recommending a $300 fine, but he won't be able to pay it at least until late June. So kind of hope he's going to get served in this matter.
All right, Mr. McGrath, where are you in custody at?
St. Clair County Jail, Your Honor.
St. Clair County?
Yes, sir.
All right, and what are you in custody for? Have you been sentenced or are you waiting trial?
I have I'm no trial, Your Honor. I have court today for sentencing. DUI charge.
Okay. All right. And have you had any conversation with an attorney or anybody? So you have any idea what's going to happen for sentencing today?
For here or for my other case?
On your St. Clair County charge.
Oh, yes, I have. Absolutely.
What are you expecting?
I'm gonna be mandatory serve the rest of my sentence, which is 171 days, which would be June 18th, and then I'm released to long-term rehabilitation at Flint Odyssey House.
Good.
I'm a 12-year
Okay.
veteran, Your Honor, and I have a history of alcohol from obviously service connected.
Okay.
I'm a combat veteran, so I don't want to push any
Okay.
excuses or any blame up, but that's the issue. So I'm gonna go and try and get that fixed. I have a child on the way. My first one.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, first, a couple things, Mr. McGrath. First, I'd like to thank you for your service.
Absolutely.
Thanks to guys like you that voluntarily do it. I never had to, so I appreciate that.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Secondly, understanding I've never been a combat vet, I got to think that you learned all the skill set you need to persevere through sobriety. You just need to get started in the right direction.
Absolutely, Your Honor. I was about to get married last year, and I was actually 3.5 years sober out of Flint Odyssey House, and my ex-fiance and I lost a child in October, and obviously that's where, and the only way, I'm going to be honest with you, the only way that I've ever known how to deal with trauma like that or death from the military is by drinking. So I know better than that. I absolutely 100%. I have a sponsor. I go to AA. I got complacent and I slipped. So,
well, and you know how to do it because you did it for 3.5 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I just feel like I have to share this with you. I don't know that you need to hear it. I need to say it.
Absolutely.
I've been on the bench for a long time, and one thing that I am absolutely positively convinced with is that every one of us share one thing in common. We're going through life and we're carrying a toolbox.
Absolutely.
And when
it's a learning
crap
experience,
happens,
you're gonna learn something.
When crap happens, we open our toolbox and we deal with it with the tools at hand.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to put different tools in your toolbox so they're not bottles.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And counseling is the way to do that. So I wish you all the luck in the world. I will get to the business part now. So you've discussed your rights and options with Mr. Bowditch, correct?
I have.
You understand those rights and options?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. And do you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
I do.
Okay. Understanding all of that, are you pleading responsible to the double parking freely and voluntarily?
I am, Your Honor.
I'll accept your plea. I'll dismiss the misdemeanor charge that was just issued to you from November of 2018.
Thank you, Ron.
And fines and costs, $300 as agreed. Credit for time served and closed.
Thank you, Ron.
Best of luck to you, Mr. McGrath.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Where in the world is Ira, Michigan?
Fairhaven. It's just outside Aliggretti.
Okay.
St. Clair River.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Good luck.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Suggest, once again, I've never walked in your shoes, but I'm going to suggest you need to get some veterans involved in your support group if they're not already there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just spent a long weekend with retreat with a bunch of vets, and big deal that they were talking about is it's hard for them to talk about anything with people that haven't been where they've been. So,
absolutely, I understand that. Thank you very much, Your Honor. You have a great morning. Okay.
So far, so good. Thank you.
Yep.
This emotional courtroom hearing focused on Daniel McGrath, a veteran struggling with alcohol addiction after years of personal trauma. Already sitting in jail, McGrath admitted that drinking became the only way he knew how to cope with pain and loss. The courtroom grew tense as the judge confronted him directly, warning that alcohol could no longer control his life. Discussions about rehab, accountability, and recovery quickly turned this DUI hearing into something much deeper than a normal criminal case. As McGrath spoke about losing his child and battling emotional trauma, the judge made one thing clear. If he didn't change now, his future could completely fall apart.